get to a lightweight bout between Tony Ferguson and Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Well, if you're just getting into fighting and you're looking for a fighter to support, you can do worse than Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Really a guy who's easy to root for and coming off some of the biggest wins of his career recently.
He is starting to get everything right. For as long as Jorge Masvidal has been in this game, you always had the feeling that there was still work to be done in order to truly reach his optimal form. I feel like now he's finally getting it. And people overlook the fighter's mentality of Jorge Masvidal. We talk about Kimbo Slice in the backyard fighting, but Jorge Masvidal was right next to him.
Right.
He was back there fighting just for the sake of fighting. And he has done that in the octagon, and now he's finally putting it all together as he tries to make his way to a UFC title fight.
All right, so here he is, DC, the one, the only Tony Ferguson, the former UFC interim lightweight champion, and the man who was the first to accrue a double-digit winning streak in the division, 155 pounds, that most people believe is the best and deepest in the UFC.
It has long been the deepest division in the UFC, and Tony Ferguson has maneuvered his way through that and had eventually captured the interim lightweight championship. One of the most diverse strikers that you've ever seen. I mean, the elbow he hit against Josh Thompson to split him open was unbelievable. And couple that with the college wrestling background, and every time you step into the octagon with Ferguson, you know you're going to have your hands full. From him walking to the octagon dancing, to getting in there and being so free-flowing, Tony Ferguson is one of the best fighters on the UFC's roster.
He really thrives under the bright lights. He is a finisher of the highest order. His training habits are truly the stuff of legend. Eddie Bravo talks about this guy training for 6 hours straight. Probably ill-advised for most fighters, but El Cucuy can do it.
He can do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Dan Mergliata. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, holding a professional record of 35 wins, 17 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 8 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Orange County, California, Tony El Cucuy Ferguson.
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
Well, you talk about must-see TV. This guy is as watchable as any fighter on the roster. His longtime cornerman, Eddie Bravo, says he'll train 6 hours straight. Tonight we're scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Nobody is going to outcondition El Cucuy. Tony Ferguson.
Beautiful punch.
All right, good to have you with us tonight as we get round 1 underway. On one side of this equation, we have one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the sport. And whether he pulls guard or goes for the takedown, you got to think at some point this fight's going to hit the net.
As soon as the fight hits the floor, he's going to start throwing his legs. He'll start attacking his neck. You are never safe when you're fighting this guy.
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands. Masvidal wisely keeping those hands high.
Nice leg kick lands.
Oh, head kick. Under a minute now to go in round one. Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Tony Ferguson.
Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt.
Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Wow, what a kick. Huge kick lands. Final seconds of round one. Ferguson's strike attempt there is blocked. All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it, if you will.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
Come on, let's get this together now, all right? You've been here before, and you're going to overcome this. You're down right now, but I need you to work hard. All right, round two is now upon us. Tony Ferguson versus Jorge Masvidal. Ferguson's kick attempt, that one was blocked.
Nice punch land.
Lands a kick to the leg now. Pretty good work on the feet tonight by Ferguson. He can truly do it all. Just misses there with the left. Well, eventually you know he's going to turn this defense into offense, but he's certainly doing a nice job on the defensive end thus far.
They talk about the feeling out process. He's getting his opponent's timing. Now he's blocking everything. Expect counters as we go forward. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Oh, nice offering there by Tony Ferguson. We'll see if he can follow it up here, champ.
I mean, he usually does. He does not let guys off the hook. Tony Ferguson is a guy that has a killer's mindset. And when he gets you hurt, he's looking to finish.
So just over 20 total strikes have now landed for Jorge Masvidal. Just below 50% now, landing with 47% accuracy against Tony Ferguson. So a much different approach from him here in round two. Took him a while to find the range, get in his striking rhythm. He has found it here, and as a result, has really picked up the pace in round two. "20 seconds to go, round two. Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. El Cucuy gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. And that's the end of round number two. All right, we now take a look back at some of the highlights from that last round, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
I mean, these guys are going to be very busy trying to find what replay to show you guys. Lands.
All right, are you ready? You ready?
Third round underway. Oh, big kick lands flush. And that one was heavy. Oh! Massive head kick. Oh, he lands another strike to the body here. Really starting to connect on a lot of strikes to the midsection here in the latter stages of this fight. Whiffs on the elbow. That shot is blocked by Ferguson.
Beautiful body kick.
Well, back in the day, he was brawling in backyards in the 305 alongside Kimbo Slice. Now he's one of the biggest superstars in the UFC and showing that he's still got plenty of work to do.
I mean, he's got plenty of work to do, and he has the swagger, a Miami swagger, that will allow him to capture the minds and the imagination of the entire world. Masvidal is now a bona fide star.
44 total strikes have now landed for Tony Ferguson.
You don't really stand After you take a head kick like this, that is such toughness to even be on your feet.
Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now.
You got to check these low leg kicks.
Oh, massive knee to the body. That can't feel good. Oh! Back to the feet. Oh, big left. Masvidal's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Big shot. Oh! What a round. All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round. He is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments. All right, next round is now underway. Previous round, not necessarily a tough act to follow. Pretty good knockout.
Pretty good round, but not the best round. Sometimes that's what you get when you have fighters that are so evenly matched.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land. He's out!
It's over! Oh, my goodness!
Pinpoint strike to end this fight. It landed flush. I'm not even sure the opponent wholly saw it coming, and before he could recover, the referee was in to stop the fight. So a huge knockout victory for that fighter here tonight. So a strong candidate for some bonus money there. A huge knockout for him here tonight. Near perfect execution. They'll be talking about this result for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Migliana's call stop to this contest at 18 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, Tony Ferguson!
All right, so there he is, the man of the hour. What a match.